Let's see what the good Lord has to say today. Things aren't what they seem. They're never what they seem. If you see in my other story, I talk about the perceptual environment and its unreality, mostly. So when you're perceiving something, your subconscious has already filtered stimulus in a way that what data you're taking in has somewhere to go. So imagine that you're taking a course for the first time, like car mechanics, and you ain't never looked in the hood before. You barely even drove. And so you get in there and they're like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, and so if you didn't have kind of like a background context or background narrative within which to take information, it'd just be a lot of that noise. Wah, 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 wah. So your subconscious, kind of like your identity, what you believe to be true or possible, the stories, like whatever it is you got back there, that's how you take in information. And so you don't take in information that doesn't have somewhere to go, but you're in a world full of fucking stimulus. A world full in your room right now. How much is there versus like how much are you perceiving within yourself? How much is happening versus how much you're perceiving? You know how much your body is doing right now? Are you just chilling there? So we have this illusion of free will in that we think that we're choosing in a world of infinite possibilities, but we don't see the infinite possibilities. We only see essentially what we've been conditioned to see. That's nuts, right? Ain't it? So you're walking around basically with like your eyes covered. Therefore, then what remains? Well, from what I can tell, like, okay, so even, let's say that you're a participant in a relationship with dynamics that feel off. Like you're not happy, they're not happy, but neither of you really like, I'm not happy. It's just not. The obvious choices are obvious to you because your subconscious is like, here's the list of things you can do. The things that'll solve it won't be there because they don't exist at that level of perception, or you wouldn't be there. You see what I'm saying? Like at that state of consciousness, you are not conscious of the solution or what is obvious, or you wouldn't be there. And so how is one to navigate if one knows one can't perceive what the fuck is for reals? And this was the question I lived out with my life this year. One of the more uncomfortable ones, I must say. And what I came to was this, and it aligns with A Course in Miracles. You really only have one choice. So your free will, you have free will, and your choice is, do I want to act as if, it's the Einstein quote, it's supposedly misattributed, somebody said, it's a friendly or hostile universe. Do I want to act as if and from love in the highest that I can be or do, or do I want to come from fear? That's your choice, because the choice is, you can apply that to any choice on your menu, knowing that there's so much more you're not selecting from the choice. So you're not really free except for that choice of, I will choose to operate from love. What does it mean to operate from love? It means that you take into consideration as best you can, because this menu is always going to change. So what would be a choice in love at this point, this option might not have existed whenever you were examining a similar juncture before. Maybe this seemed like the best choice. So it's you keep going until you see that you are all things, and so you can do whatever you want. That's my theory. And yet, discriminatorily, this color is different than this color. If I want to write with green, I gotta use green. Pink only does pink. This is vibration. I am HO.